Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken, and the last video I did kind of featured clearing this pad off, and I'll walk back here in just a little bit, grandkids play area, and I'll spin the camera and then I'll show you what I'm trying to achieve. It might take me a few days to get this to achieve this, but and the other thing I was going to mention is back when I was working 40 or 80-hour a week, whatever case may be, a lot of guys said, hey, you know, I don't want to retire because I won't have anything to do and I'll pass away. If you have that fear, buy you a homestead or a piece of property you call a farm, whatever you want to call it, and trust me, you'll have more work to do than you can actually achieve. And up to this point, and I've featured on my channel before, everything you've seen to this point I've physically done with minimal help. I've had some of the issues which I'll show in a later date, but that I've had some assistance, but I've built it myself. Those days I think are coming to an end because I can't keep up. There's just too much. Beautiful day like today, beautiful spring day, perfect temperature. You know, I've got 15 things I need to accomplish today, and so I got to keep it down to a single subject matter because I get overwhelmed with how much I need to do. So the other thing is with me is just pick a subject and start picking at it. So this is the subject for today. Tomorrow I don't know what the subject's going to be, but today's subject is. And I'll walk back and I'll show you that play set. Now that play set in the background, I did not construct that. My son-in-law constructed that. I just did some of the groundwork, a little bit of the groundwork. And I'll spin the camera and I'll show you my concerns. And the other thing is with if you've got enough projects like I do, you try and target 2 or 3 at the same time. And I'll explain that here in a minute once I spin the camera and I show you what the concern is. I'll probably spin it a couple times and show you a couple, 3 concerns. But remember my last video, we're trying to clear this pad off a little bit so that they can construct a play area, and the play area is visible. The grandkids play out here, it's visible from my daughter's house, not from my house, but my daughter's house, and we can kind of keep track of the kids. And this is 100% on our property, this corner of the property, and it wasn't utilized for anything else, and it turned out to be a pretty good area for that. I'll spin you and I'll show you here in just a minute the other issue I have. Okay, you can see the kids play area. I'll spin the camera, it'd be south direction, north south. I'll spin the camera, I'll show you that back fence line, and I'll show you some of the concerns that I have here that I need to achieve or correct, or attempt to correct. Okay, so want a play area big enough for the kids. See along this fence line, this is our southern fence line here. We put the play area right up against the fence, and if you can't see on the frame, there's a fence right here. This area right here, I need a fire break. I need 2 things. One is I need to expand the area where the kids can play, and this is all combustible material, or it's going to be combustible material. Well, it is right now, but it's still green. In August, September, I'm going to be worried about this. So if I take and I'll spin you around, find the tractor. I'll show you the tractor. There's a pitch log in front of the tractor. I got to buck in 2 and get over into I've got a pitch pile over here. Pitch is what we use for fire starter. But this area right here along this fence, if I got the back blade off the tractor, I got the brush hog on the tractor, which I'll show later on in the video. Me trying to put those pieces on there, implements on there. And so I'll take and cut this down so that I have a fire break from that fence, my furthest south fence, that if fire comes from my neighbors, that I have enough time and I can actually fight the fire a little bit. So let me spin you here in this little bit. I'll show you the tractor and I'll show you the log. Okay, you can see the tractor, a log just right in front of it, and the reason I need to bucket it in 2 is because it won't fit. It won't fit, and I need to go that way with it. That would be west. I need to go west with it, and I don't know if you can see it. But right here, back blades on the tractor, get the back blade off the tractor, get the brush hog on the tractor, and then I can brush hog all of this area. That brush hog is, for me, is freaking amazing. It's just that tractor, get the brush hog on there, and I'll brush hog, and I'll make a fire break. Fire break's gonna be, my brush hog's 4 feet wide, and when you're in the fire prevention, normally you say a blade, and the blade is a cat. You say a blade. A blade is 8 feet wide normally. So I'm going to do a double blade, 16, 8, 16, whatever I need in order to get from the back of their house all the way to that far fence line. Well, not the south fence line. It'd be my west fence line. I'm going to cut a couple paths here so kids can play, and we would have limited fire danger from the southern portion of our property. But let me get working on that, and I'll get back to you here in just a little bit. Okay, so as I've said previously on this video, break it down into chunks. It's if you take the whole picture, it's not manageable. So the next chunk was tractor, forks on the end, pitch log. We talked about it previously. Pitch log's too long. I need to I went and found a saw, one of the good saws. I'll get my safety gear on, buck that in two, and then I'll get that tractor, get it picked up, and then I can take the tractor down the hill after I get the forks off of it. Got it bucked in two, get the tractor started, hit that chunk, get it down the hill. Okay, got that log taken care of, got the tractor moved down the hill. My intent was to take this blade off, back blade off the back of that tractor, and then hook out on this brush hog, and then go finish up that project. Beginning of the video I said it might take me a couple days, and the guy called me, the guy that actually normally delivers rocks for me for my driveway, said he's available tomorrow. So if I was to leave or put this on, the brush hog on there, and then go ahead to be ready for tomorrow, then I wouldn't have the back blade to spread rock. So I'm going to hopefully get some video of tomorrow getting a delivery of rock on the driveway, and then after I get the driveway prepped a little bit, then I'll come back on this, put this brush hog on this tractor. But that's going to be kind of the end of the video for today, and we'll pick up on tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings me. I think it's going to bring me 12-15 yards of inch and a half, or I'm sorry, inch and a quarter minus rock for my driveway, and I got to move on to driveway maintenance. But thank you and have a good day.